round and round, and we are coming back to the consensus to say maybe the leadership should meet urgently and consider things that the two sides can agree so that we go on. I also don't believe that we are going to sit there and pick and choose. If they are not going to, and we start with only one or two, let's do those 1 and 2 and leave the incoming up with a free mind to operate as they want. But what has been agreed both on expenditure for the first quarter of next year and other matters that we all agree. Let's do that. And we can rise in 2-3 days. I don't believe technically that we should go about doing first reading of the bill, second reading of the bill, third reading of the bill, because it all has implications on the physical balance of the country. There's not a single bill here that has a cost implication for government. So let's leave it to them. And let them inherit all the goodness of public service. And let them bring in all the value. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thought the majority leader and the majority leader, I come from an understanding as far as government leaders that we can perceive this session that we are undergoing. Just to get on the same Ghanaians are totally repented LPP and all these bills and all these encumbrances. It's a very, very offensive. It's a very, very offensive to understand that there are other things that have been programmed that I think that we should be important to do. Why should we at this time take up any bill, whether it is environmental bill or social bill? I think the new government has to come and start. But we are researching, and I agree that then voted for researching. So the speaker, that's probably the only thing we have to do is take the vote on account and closure. We should not continue with any business here because, like Honorable Unauthorised said, and rightly so, Ghanaians have voted for the research and data of the So, not only that, Mr. Speaker, apart from the vote and proceedings and maybe the end of service benefits that is very much interested in, every other thing, social protection bill, second reading of bill, third reading, so that we have enough time to do Article 7 to our business and to vote on account. Such that yes, if it is not well doing, it's not well doing. Please, so we have agreed on researching. Let's close shop on everything. Do those that are interested in that movement and his own personal interest. And close shop. Thank you.
Yes, you are number worried.
I've guided the house because I know
that comported argument that no decision was being made. So, calling that order enforced is wrong. He himself, in speaking, he said that there was no decision on the order before today. So maybe we should take advantage that the item on the table now, on the floor now, is correction of votes and proceedings. So that we can, if something has been stated wrongly, this is the time, right? So that we can move on.
Yeah. Honorable members, I think we should just proceed. The person who raised the issue said his reference was to a different order goes on proceedings dated Thursday, 7th November 2024, not the one we were considering dated Tuesday, 22nd October 2024. And so that ends it. As for the others, those who believe that are air in my ruling, they need to be taken to school. I'm not sure they read the ruling very well. And that ruling actually worked in their favor. Honorable Majority Leader, it actually worked in your favor. And for you to come here and try to impede on that ruling. Please, I really was surprised that you raised the issue that you put across. It's not correct. Please.
We're going to the temperature. Mr. Speaker, I never raised this matter.
I'm not saying you raised the matter. I'm not saying that. But you gave an example that I told you. I'm sure you are talking about maybe private.
No, Mr. Speaker.
Sometimes the speaker is.
Mr. Speaker, not on this occasion. was not related to this. Mr. Speaker, it's not related to this. Mr. Speaker, today is a fresh day. Don't mind them. They are provoking you. Don't mind them. If it's not like Mr. Speaker, don't mind them. Don't be provoked. Mr. Speaker, be a very happy man. I beg you. I don't want them.
Don't worry, I will never be provoked. But the public, they are listening to us.
Mr. Speaker,
You know, and the public will be misled. I gave about 3 reasons, and I'm sure today I get your mind to the 3rd reason for the reason why I again actually not suspend, I adjourn the meeting indefinitely. And I listened to some of you debate this matter on air, and I thought you should have been commending me for adjourning it, but you were rather condemning me for doing so. It saddened me, but I understand the argument we are in, and so I've taken it in my stride. As we go along, we have to deepen the orientation and training of members of parliament, so that we don't get the public being confused by you who are seen as leaders, you who are seen who should know better, rather misleading them. So let's go back to the correction of votes and proceedings on the votes and proceedings of Tuesday, 22nd October 2024, where at page 4, and those present, as you can see, are 120. Those absent with permission were only 7. Then the rest are absent without permission. So please, page 4. Yes.
I was present. The mark as absent.
Table office, can you take note? Yes. Honorable member. Are you on your feet to? Sorry.
If you are here independently representing our people that day, I was there. And I got it after that.
Yes, table office, and we take notes of that. Page 8. Yes, sorry, page 7.
I was present that day.
Number 115. Can you take note? Yes.
You can tell me page 6, number 69. I was connecting it to my.
Honorable Comfort originally is not a member of the committee, but the matter that we were considering was bothering in her, or was happening in her constituency. And I remember that every time that we met, she made herself available. So if it can be captured as in attendance, at least it will capture the true reflection of what happened on that day. She's always been part of our meeting as a member of parliament in their down area where the election issue occurred. Not as a member of the committee, but as the sitting member of parliament. Thank you.
Table of this kindly take notes. Anyway,
As advised, because we are not giving specific amendment to it, and we agreed as a house, and I'm surprised that the minority leader coming to the floor to again raise an objection on a matter that by consensus we've agreed, but that is politics. Mr. Speaker, an impression is being created as if these items are new items that have suddenly arisen. It is not the case, but it's okay, I rest my case.
Majority leader, it's not fair. You know your colleague minority leader is not here. But both of you sat with me on this one. Yes, and you never agreed. He's not there. Now you got up to say you agreed and you are trying to talk about at the business committee level. I wasn't present there. The meeting I was present was me and the two of you. You did not even allow your colleagues in leadership to be part of that discussion. And you disagree. So you don't get up to paint the picture as if he's reneging on something that's agreed to earlier on. That's not fair.
Right, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to debate this point. Mr. Speaker, we had a business committee and I assigned a business committee report. Mr. Speaker, for me, if members have new issues to deal with, we can deal with them. But let us adopt the report without any condition. And then we can take other matters up. That's what I want to suggest to the House.
Yes, honorable members, we have to keep on debating this matter. Yes, okay.
The honorable minority leader, when he was on business continuity, the meeting, the honorable majority leader was not there. So it's not like the two of them met at the business continuity. Leader, clear that. Secondly, the business committee meeting was supposed to be started at 9.
And I yielded. You may recall that on the same platform, we were to have the meeting last week. And Honorable Kwame and the chief requested that we do it today. And they again yielded. It was not because I wanted to be, I put consensus with you. When there are some small errors, they want to blow it out of proportion. Honorable Kwame, we were supposed to have this meeting on Friday. You said you wanted it today. I immediately agreed. Your side requested for a change in time. I agreed. They requested for it again. I agreed. And then when we started the meeting, some of your members were there. And we started. So let's not go there. The point I've made is that if you have strong views, let it get to the stage where you can reject or otherwise. But to say that it shouldn't come at all, it's not acceptable. That's the point I've made. But I agree with Mr. Speaker that indeed I erred by saying that all the items have been on the business statement for some time. Some are indeed due. And that I concede on the correction made to my earlier submission by Mr. Speaker. I concede on that. Mr. Speaker, I believe we can make progress.
Honorable members, the evidence at my disposal is that
all of you will be redundant at the department, and you will always be redundant. And you will be looking for the new camp. Mr. Speaker, very soon, you will tell the incoming majority leader, look at your back, check behind you. There will be nobody. Because you will be looking for things for your constituent. Mr. Speaker, be it as it may. I agree that we adopt the report subject to views expressed, etc. Let peace remain. Let there be peace. It's okay. Granted, I wasn't down here for this. Now, I bring clarity to it. Let's make progress. That's all.
yes, honorable members, we need to debate this again. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, we don't need to debate this. So, Mr. Speaker, my colleague on the other side, you've actually helped him when he was insisting that he shouldn't put a question because he wanted everything here to be adopted. Mr. Speaker, I will encourage him, and he's saying that whenever he got his numbers, you bring things that we don't like and put them to vote. Mr. Speaker, I want you to be fair to him and all of us. Put the issues into the business statement to produce it. So if the House decides that we are rejecting it, let's reject it today. Not on the day that he's got people on his side. So Mr. Speaker, I entreat you, put the issue to a vote. So that let us reject it for
for him to know that we are opposed to the attempt to grant tax waivers worth 300 million, which have been opposed for 2 years. Mr. Speaker, put a question. Don't even give him the opportunity, because you were speaking to him in parable when you said to him that sometimes you protect him by asking him to look at his back. By looking at his back, Mr. Speaker, what happens the day that the people on my back are not enough and these are more? Then you try to take the charges, take would that be fair on that day? Mr. Speaker, would that be fair on that day? Mr. Speaker, put a question so that we reject the business today, so that we can go and do a proper business committee meeting and agree on what is put on the business statement coming from the majority of the people on the business statement. That would be a fair way of doing it, instead of protecting him because he has an enormous country back there, just like the votes they got. So that people are in the majority will be a disadvantage. This is the true nature of who you are. This is why the Ghanaians gave you a vote commensurate with the numbers you have. Yet you think you haven't learned any lesson. You haven't learned any lesson. You are still walking like this. Talking you cannot tell us the government. Look at the size of the government. Is this a government? Is this a government? This is this assembly and size of the
Speaker, very soon it will get to his head. That disease that is making us suffer today. I give you 6 months. You will go through the same process. But Mr. Speaker, don't worry. The rules book we have, the standing orders. I don't want to ask you to look into your books, your standing orders. But I want to tell you that there's no way that the business statement is required to be subjected to a vote. Read for me, read. Let's read past this. Read it, you quote me a rule that requires that a business statement. Go and read the old rules and this one. Read the old rules. Dr. Mr. Abuja, read, you see, you are aspiring to be a new majority leader. Behave yourself, don't behave yourself. Don't act as if you are still in minority. You claim you are a majority. Behave like someone who is in majority. What's wrong with you? Read where you can find in the books.
How do you adopt something in parliament without taking a vote? Tell me which rule tells you how to adopt. Can Mr. Speaker just decide that the House has adopted without members? Tell me. Consensus. So there's no consensus here today. We don't have a consensus. So tell me which rule you are using. There's no consensus.
I just wanted to add my voice to what he said without more. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
In the spirit of continuity in governance, in the spirit of setting a certain novel precedence to guide tomorrow, I want to encourage my colleagues to cooperate with government to do this key governance. For instance, Mr. Speaker, my respected colleague Ablaba of Norton stated that the incoming government intends to reduce taxes and deal with obnoxious tax regime we have, according to him. If that were to be so, why will this same incoming government reject the 1B1F, which is giving an incentive, because we don't want too many imposition of taxes on corporate Ghana. What this tax is doing, what this is doing, is to take away the taxes. You say that you are going to reduce taxes. We are giving an incentive. You say no.
Honorable Majority Leader, business statement.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I'm responding to the consensus.
No, we are not debating the subject matter. We are looking at the business statement and the items.
So, Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying is that I did not just come up with appropriation for January to May 2025. Arguably, Mr. Speaker, because the new government, which will assume the puppets of government from 7th January, will have to put this out together in order to get a budget before the reconstituted parliament on midnight of 6th to 7th January. Therefore, what we are expected to do is to know, one, how the workers of this country will be taken care of in respect of compensation. Then, if there are interest payment commitments on loans in order that the country does not stand in default, that will also be addressed. So, Mr. Speaker, whilst you are giving your comments, I'm not sure the leader was listening. So that is major business. As for wanting to commit the new administration to some of the policy guidance, Mr. Speaker, we note that this government has a mandate until midnight of 6th January. But cautiously, it should be guided that they are not committing the incoming administration to some fiscal and to some of the decisions they want to make. So they should, as you guided, Mr. Speaker, some of it that he wants to, some of the business he wants to take, even though he says that he wants understanding and consensus, they should be guided by prioritize government business. Our first major business should be the expenditure in advance of appropriation. That this house must concern this way. The other business can wait. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Blackburn.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. The list of priorities for this meeting, the Speaker, I want to respectfully appeal to you. As you read through, I got this top priority. I was hoping to that we will close work on the constitutional amendment bill on the dual citizenship matter, because the Speaker, I thought that we had come very far on that, but I didn't hear you speak to that matter. It also doesn't find expression here in the business statement. So the Speaker, if you can probably affect your mind to that. Then, Mr. Speaker, the second issue that I want to raise relates to the tall list of tax waivers that the majority leader continues to present to this House in business statements. The Speaker, we have stated our position on this matter, and considering the fact that all of these matters have been voted against and rejected by the Ghanaian people, why is the majority leader still putting it in the business statement and wanting to get us to work on this one? We just saw probably over 40 tax waivers, Mr. Speaker, and this will have serious fiscal implications for the next government. I mean, why do you want to saddle the next government with these huge revenue losses when you have been wrongly rejected at the polls? And this is a government talking about coming to cut down on obnoxious and nuisance taxes. And then you are creating more fiscal liabilities for us. So, Mr. Speaker, we want to send notice that these tax waivers
we are not going to support them. So please listen to the right honourable speaker's list of priorities, particularly the budget for the first 3 months of next year. As for tax waivers, we cannot support you. Honourable Afenyo Markin, we cannot support you. So you need to really get this out of the business statement. I'm very interested.
Of Tuesday, 22nd October 2024, are hereby adopted as the true record of proceedings. We now take Thursday, 7 November 2024, page 1, page 2,